So this trail here isn't that bad. Most SUVs could do this without any problem. I think they maintain them to some degree because of the people that come up to work on the towers and maintain the equipment. So this one we've done in my car. My Chrysler 300 I've actually had up here. And you just have to take your time in the vehicles that aren't really made for this. But there's no real big potholes or divots or anything like that. It's a pretty flat surface. So we'll continue on up. So you can tell here, so they really maintain the gravel up to this point. And then here's the radio tower here. And then this is where it starts to get a little rougher. And this is a good example of the turn radius on my truck, because this is a tight turn. And then the other thing that's real common out here is free range cattle. So you'll come across these cattle grates all over the place. I don't see any signs. It looks like there's sometimes a gate here. So it's not uncommon though. Some of the places we go, we do come across the free range cattle. But these views are just amazing. This is worth the drive just to come up here. Even if you're in a SUV, even a two-wheel drive vehicle could do this, as long as you got ground clearance. That's the thing. The further we go, the more ground clearance you really need, because you start to run into some bigger rocks, and you really need better tires. Good, like a 10-ply tire. And then over here is the reservoir. Will you hold that out the window? The reservoir is pretty nice for fishing, and people go boating. I see some ridiculously big boats that people take out there, and I think it's funny because I've lived a lot of places with really a lot of lakes and some really big lakes and really big rivers. So I'm used to seeing big boats that are appropriate for those places. But some of the boats I've seen here are kind of ridiculous. It's a big reservoir, but I mean, it's not like Lake Erie or something. And you see boats on there that you would really normally see in a much larger lake or in the ocean. See, this is where the road's getting rough. So this is where you get into the rocks that'll pop your tires, and a little bit rougher terrain, so it's a little bit more bumpier of a ride, but it's totally worth it. And this is honestly the reason we got this truck, is just because of this, just to be able to go out here and do these things. And we like to shoot too. We like to take photographs, and we enjoy camping and just hanging out. So this truck gets us to those places. I'll show you another view of the reservoir. Back down there, if you can see it, the white thing, that big white building, that's Holt Arena, that belongs to the Idaho State University. It's where they hold basketball games and different events for the school, concerts, stuff like that. And then here's the view of the reservoir again. American Falls is pretty cool. It's a really small town. Pocatello is a small town, depending on where you live. The bigger town nearest to us is probably Idaho Falls, which is pretty cool, but it's a little busy for us. It's like we don't like going to Salt Lake. Salt Lake's about 4 hours away, and the last time we were there, we just dreaded it because all the traffic and all the people and all the cars. It just sucks. You know, when you live in a small town like we do, you really get used to the fewer people and a lot less stuff going on. So we'll give you one more view of the reservoir. Start